You ever look at a dirty sidewalk or a grimy building and just think, man, I could make that look brand new? Well, if you have, you're definitely in the right place. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can turn that simple thought into your own successful pressure washing business, step by step.
So if you've ever dreamed of leaving that 9-to-5 grind behind, then you're going to want to stick around. We're not just talking about some pie-in-the-sky idea here. We're going to walk through a real, practical blueprint for starting a business that offers you genuine independence.
And look, this is about so much more than just blasting away dirt. What you're really seeing here is a snapshot of a market that's absolutely booming. The demand for cleaning services, for everything from single-family homes to huge commercial buildings, is just skyrocketing. And that, my friends, creates a massive opportunity.
So, out of all the businesses you could start, why pressure washing? What makes this industry such a compelling opportunity for an aspiring entrepreneur like you? Let's dive in.
Okay, let's just run through the highlights here. You've got the chance for real financial independence. You get to set your own hours, which is huge, but here's the real kicker. You can get started with a relatively low initial investment, and the profit margins can be fantastic. You add all that up with the potential for serious growth, and you've got a recipe for success.
And for so many people, this is the end goal, right? It's all about taking the reins, taking direct control of your own income and your financial destiny. You're basically moving from a world with a salary cap to one where there's no ceiling on what you can earn.
All right, every great structure needs a solid foundation, and your business is no different. In this section, we're going to move from just thinking about it to actually doing it by laying the essential groundwork for your new venture.
We can actually break this whole planning phase down into 3 pretty straightforward steps. First, you got to take an honest look at your skills and what you're working with. Second, get real with yourself about your finances. And finally, you pull it all together and put it on paper in a solid business plan.
And please, don't think of this business plan as some boring homework assignment you finish and then shove in a drawer. No way. This thing is your living, breathing roadmap. It's the guide that's going to help you make smart decisions and keep you pointed straight towards profitability.
Okay, with that foundation in place, now we get to the fun stuff. What services are you actually going to offer, and what gear do you need to do a killer job?
Generally speaking, your customers are going to fall into 2 main buckets. On one hand, you've got your residential clients, homeowners. And on the other, you've got the bigger commercial businesses. Each one has totally different needs, different job sizes, and, you guessed it, different opportunities for you to make money.
And the cool thing is, the list of services you can offer is super diverse. You can start with the bread-and-butter residential jobs, like driveways and decks. But from there, you can expand into some really high-demand specialized areas, like graffiti removal or even cleaning the entire outside of a commercial building.
Now, this is really, really important, so listen up. Your equipment is your reputation. I'm serious. Don't think of it as just an expense. Investing in high-quality, reliable tools is a direct investment in the quality of your work, and that means happy customers who will call you back.
Okay, you've got the plan, you've got the tools. Now for the million-dollar question. How do you find, and more importantly, land your first paying customers?
Let me tell you, in a service business like this, trust is your most valuable currency. A potential customer has to believe you can actually deliver on your promises. So how in the world do you build that essential credibility, especially when you're just starting out?
Well, it's not just one thing, it's a whole combination. It starts with proving you have the skills, maybe through professional training or getting a certification. Then you back that up with absolutely fantastic customer service that gets people talking. And finally, you wrap it all together with a strong online presence, like a simple website or social media, and some smart local advertising to really establish yourself in the community.
All right, we have covered a ton of ground here. The opportunity, the planning, the services, the marketing. Let's bring it all home and recap the core pieces of your launchpad.
You can think of these as the 4 pillars that are going to hold up your entire business as it gets off the ground and starts to grow. You need that solid plan, the right equipment, a clear strategy to get customers, and an absolute commitment to being a pro in everything you do. Nail these 4 things, and you're building on a foundation of rock.
So there you have it. We've walked through the guide, we've laid out the entire blueprint for you. The opportunity is crystal clear, the path is defined, so really the only question left is, what are you going to build?